Backstage at The View, 15 minutes before going live. The green room is buzzing with quiet energy. A makeup artist dabs powder on Samuel L. Jackson's forehead while a PA hands him a fresh coffee. PA. You good, Mr. Jackson. Show goes live in 15. Samuel, smirking, I've survived Tarantino sets. I'll be fine. The TV nearby plays a teaser. Coming up next, Hollywood's future in the fight for justice. And yes, Samuel L. Jackson has something to say. The door creaks open. Whoopi Goldberg steps in, sunglasses on, sipping her tea. The room falls a little quieter. Whoopi. Hey Sam. Samuel. Whoop. He gives her a nod, then returns to his phone. She sits across from him, crossing her legs deliberately. Whoopi. Look, I heard what you said on that podcast. About actors being cowards and shows like this being soft. That true? Samuel, looking up, calm but sharp if the shoe fits. A tense silence fills the room. The producer glances nervously between the two legends. Whoopi, leaning forward, this isn't a battlefield, Sam. It's a table. People talk here. Samuel, cool, and I will talk. I just don't do it filtered. He sips his coffee and stares right at her. Samuel. Don't mistake calm for compliant. Producer, gently interrupting, all right folks, 2 minutes to set. Let's bring that fire to the table, but, respectfully. Whoopi sets down her tea. Her expression unreadable. Whoopi, to herself, let's see if he can handle heat outside a movie script. They walk out of the room, shoulder to shoulder, both legends, both loaded with words yet to come. On set of The View, live broadcast begins. The camera zooms in on the iconic The View desk. Whoopi Goldberg sits in the middle as moderator, flanked by Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, and their special guest, Samuel L. Jackson. Whoopi, smiling to camera. Welcome back. Today we're joined by the legendary Mr. Samuel L. Jackson, here to talk about Hollywood, activism, and the responsibilities of public figures. Welcome, Sam. Samuel, nodding. Appreciate it, Whoopi. Let's get into it. Sarah, you've been vocal lately, calling out Hollywood for performative allyship. What do you mean by that? Samuel, leaning in. Look, a lot of folks in this industry like to wear justice like a costume. Hashtag this, donation that. But when it's time to risk a role, or speak against a big studio. Silence. Whoopi's smile tightens. The air shifts. Whoopi, I hear that, but change doesn't always come from a mic drop. Sometimes it comes from working inside the system. Quiet influence. Samuel, with all due respect, we've been working inside the system since Sidney Poitier, and it's still rigged. You can't fix a broken house by rearranging the furniture. Sunny, trying to mediate. But isn't there room for both approaches? Loud activism and institutional progress. Samuel, without looking at her. Sure, but too many folks are busy protecting their seats at the table instead of flipping the damn thing. Audience gasps lightly. Joy Behar raises her eyebrows. Joy, joking. Well, I hope you're not talking about our table. Samuel, smirking. I'm talking about any table that tells people like me to keep it polite when there's a fire in the house. Whoopi now shifts fully toward him, dropping the TV smile. Whoopi, controlled but cold. Politeness isn't the issue. This show has always stood for conversation, not condemnation. Samuel, firmly. Conversation's great, but not when it comes with rules about tone and volume, especially from people who should be on the same side. Whoopi, and I'm telling you, people tune in for truth, not tirades. The tension is razor sharp. The camera cuts to the audience, silent, eyes darting between the two stars. Director in control booth, whispering, prep a commercial break. This is getting hot. Back on set, the conversation is clearly unraveling. Samuel clenching his fists lightly. You don't want heat, Whoopi. Don't invite fire. The show goes to commercial. The screen fades to black, but backstage, the storm is just beginning to brew. On set of The View, moments after the commercial break ends. Camera fades back in from commercial. The audience claps uneasily as the show returns. The co-hosts force smiles, but the tension from before the break is still thick in the air. Whoopi, measured, tight. We're back with Samuel L. Jackson. Before the break, We were having a spirited discussion about Hollywood's role in social change. Samuel, low, intense. No, Whoopi. We were having a real conversation, until someone got uncomfortable with truth. Whoopi, stern. This is a platform for open dialogue, but we also have standards. Samuel, interrupting. Standards. Or censorship. Because what I said is what millions of people feel. You just don't like how I said it. Audience murmurs. The live feed wobbles slightly as the director signals the camera crew to stay alert. Whoopi, now visibly irritated. Don't sit here and lecture me on what people feel. I've been doing this work long before you decided to speak up for clicks. Samuel, voice rising. Oh really? So now I'm doing it for clicks. That's funny coming from someone who's been co-signing Hollywood silence for years. Joy, trying to intervene. Okay, folks, let's take a breath. We're live. Samuel ignores her. Let me guess. This where I'm supposed to smile and say, thank you, so I don't scare the audience, right? Whoopi, calm but sharp. You're not scaring anyone, Sam. You're embarrassing yourself. That's it. Samuel slowly takes off his mic pack, holding it in his hand like a grenade. Samuel, with a cold smile. Embarrassment. No, Whoopi. What's embarrassing is how comfortable y'all are with pretending things are fine. You talk revolution but protect the establishment. He places the mic on the table, hard. The loud thud echoes. The audience gasps. Director, in earpiece. Cut the feed. Go to emergency bumper, now. The screen cuts to a logo, but the live audience is still witnessing history. Samuel pushes his chair back and stands. Whoopi stands too, unflinching. Samuel, pointing at her. I respect your legacy, but don't mistake your chair for a throne. You're not untouchable. Whoopi, quietly. And you just touched the line. Now walk out before you fall over it. Security appears at the edge of the set. The crew is frozen, unsure whether to interfere. Samuel glares at everyone in the room, then turns and walks off set, the sound of his boots heavy on the stage floor. The studio door swings shut behind him. Silence. Then, soft audience chatter as everyone processes what just happened. Joy sighs. Well, this'll be trending in 5 minutes. Backstage at The View, immediately after Samuel walks off set. The backstage hallway is a blur of chaos. Crew members speak into headsets, phones are buzzing, and a production assistant nearly knocks over a lighting rig trying to catch up with Samuel L. Jackson. Producer panicked, whispering into earpiece. Damage control. Get PR on the line. Now. Samuel marches down the corridor, face like stone. 2 security guards follow him, not touching him, but ready. Security calmly. Mr. Jackson, we just need to escort you out safely. That's all. Samuel pausing, without turning. Safe from what? The truth. The View can't handle a damn view. He pushes open the exit door. Outside, a wall of paparazzi already waits. Somehow, word is already out. Paparazzi, shouting, Sam, what happened with Whoopi? Is this the end of your Hollywood career? Are you banned from The View? Samuel, cool and loud. I came to speak truth. They wanted a puppet. I'm not for sale. Flashes blind the scene as he slips into a black SUV and slams the door. The car peels away. Back inside the studio, the co-hosts sit silently at the desk, off-air but still processing the outburst. Someone from legal walks on set whispering to Joy. Whoopi stays seated, her eyes distant, arms crossed. Joy, softly to Whoopi. Wanna talk about it? You okay? Whoopi, quiet, composed. I've sat across from presidents, protesters, and predators. He came in swinging like this was a movie scene. This is real life. Sonny. People are already tweeting. This is going to be huge. Whoopi. Let it be. Maybe people need to see what happens when the mask drops. The crew resets for the final segment. Producers decide to scrap the next topic and close early. Later in the control room, a young assistant scans the social media feed, hashtags trending. Hashtag Samuel vs Whoopi. Hashtag The View meltdown. Hashtag uncensored Jackson. Hashtag respect Whoopi. Assistant. We're going viral. And it's not the good kind. Producer. Schedule a response. Whoopi speaks tomorrow. Do not book any controversial guests for the next 2 weeks. The last frame shows Samuel's Instagram story, just a black screen with white text. Greater than, they invited the truth. Then told it to leave. I walked out with my integrity intact. The internet, news studios, and celebrity socials, hours later. By nightfall, the world is on fire. The clip of Samuel L. Jackson slamming his mic on the table plays on loop across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Every media outlet from TMZ to CNN has already cut, captioned, and broadcasted it. News anchor on screen. Was it a meltdown or a moment of raw honesty? Samuel L. Jackson's on-air clash with Whoopi Goldberg has ignited a cultural wildfire. On Twitter X, @CultureCritic, greater than, Samuel L. Jackson said what many were too scared to say. Hollywood is performative. He just exposed it live. #Samuel vs Whoopi. @TalkShowTruths. Greater than, Whoopi held her ground like a pro. You don't come on someone's platform and throw punches. #respect Whoopi. #Samuel Jackson cancelled and #stand with Samuel begin trending simultaneously. Fans and celebrities pick sides. Celebrity reactions flood in. Mike Carey Washington via tweet. Greater than, uncomfortable conversations are still necessary. Thank you, Sam. Clapperboard Spike Lee Instagram. Greater than, Hollywood been fake woke. Sam called it, period. Face mask Sherry Shepherd X-View host. Greater than, there's a difference between passion and disrespect. He crossed a line. Meanwhile, on The View official YouTube channel, comments pile up by the thousands under the livestream replay. The View count skyrockets. Top comment. Greater than, this wasn't a debate. This was a revolution in real time. Back on set. The next morning. The View opens without music. A solemn tone. Whoopi to camera. Greater than, yesterday's show didn't go the way any of us expected. But we're not afraid of real talk. We never have been. That's what this table was built for. We move forward, with respect and clarity. The audience claps softly. The other co-hosts nod. That same hour, on Samuel L. Jackson's Instagram Live, sitting in a minimalist room, wearing a hoodie and sipping tea, Samuel looks directly into the camera. Samuel. Greater than, if speaking truth gets me kicked off a talk show, so be it. I've been in this game too long to bite my tongue now. This wasn't a publicity stunt. It was a boiling point. He ends the live with a smirk and a wave. Final montage voiceover. Greater than, one moment. Two legends. And a nation of divided viewers asking, what is truth? Who gets to speak it? And who decides when it's too loud?